I forgot to put the audio on the last recording, so I'll just talk you through what I've done so far. It's not much. So I took the wheel out, was pretty much it, and then you have to remove this bracket right here, which is a 13 millimeter, 10 millimeter, and then 10 millimeter here that holds this line, and then a line over here that you need to find. But the bracket here, like I mentioned, and that's all I've done. Next thing is I'm going to remove this 12 millimeter bracket here for the brake line, because when we're going to drop this, it's going to drop all the way down, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Next thing is I'm going to take the sway bar link off, and a little trick, because it is going to be under a little bit of pressure. I typically just take a pry bar and then pull down on the sway bar. In order to get this out. No problem. Same thing when you go to install it, it's going to be easier to get it installed there. The next thing is we're going to take the tie rod end out. So it has a little security clip, and then it's a size 19. Alright, so what I ended up having to do is actually, let me get this out of the way. So what you want to do at home is leave this, leave the shock and strut assembly still connected, and then drop everything else. Remove your bolt from up top, the 14 millimeters. There's 3 of them that go in the little area right here. There's 3 of them, 1, 2, and then 3, right? And then using a pry bar, you're gonna be able to lower and lower the control arm to where it's pretty much hitting the floor right now. And then after that, you can just shimmy back and forth and then pull the strut assembly out. We're gonna clean this up with a rag before we install it again, just to make it easier. There's plenty of slack right here on your brake line, so no need to worry about that. So that is it. And then for the coil itself, so pay attention of where the coil is in reference to where it starts, right? So this one starts right here for me, and then it starts right here. So when you're removing it and you put it back, everything lines up. Also a good habit to practice is, mark wherever you're going to remove it, so that way these 3 holes line up. But you can get this tool at AutoZone or somewhere else, right, to help you compress the spring. And then after you compress the spring, you remove the nut right here. So then with this, right, you compress the spring, and now this relieves the tension so that when you remove the nut that's right here, it doesn't shoot out. So this could be a very dangerous thing to be doing, so just take your precautions. So now with the bolt removed, then you can just remove the spring from here. You're gonna release it slowly, you know, alternating left right until it comes back to normal, and then we'll get the new ones.